Hi guys, next chapter of The School Mouse by Dick King Smith, in which Flora moves up a grade. No, here we go. This is where my hair is sticking up again. Oh well. The meeting in the staff room the next day was a grim one. Flora had run all the way from the kindergarten room, not daring to look into either of the others as she passed. But she couldn't help noticing as she crossed the hall that the pieces of cardboard there were bare of all the bait. It had all been eaten. In the staff room, her worst fears were confirmed by her father. Hyacinth had sent him out on a tour of the entire school, and he had shortly arrived back. "We are alone," Flora heard him say in funereal tones. "No, we're not," said Hyacinth briskly. "Here's Flora coming." "That is not what I meant," said Ragged Robin. "We, that is you and me and Flora and the 9 Mousekins, are alone in the school." "What?" said Hyacinth. "Has everyone else left?" "Everyone else," said Robin, "is dead." And there was silence. Robin had said his piece. Flora had nothing to add, and Hyacinth was thinking. At last she spoke. "Flora, my girl," Hyacinth said, "I owe you an apology. You have indeed saved our lives." "It's just lucky I can read, Mother," Flora said. "Read something for us now," said Hyacinth. Flora looked around the staff room. On one wall was a board with a great many notices pinned on it, but it was too far away for her to read the print. However, on the wall immediately behind her was a sign with 2 large words on it in red. Flora pointed her muzzle at it. "See that?" she said. "Yes," they answered. "Well, that says no smoking." "What does that mean?" they asked. "I don't know," said Flora, "but I dare say I shall find out one day. There are an awful lot of things I don't know." "Well, I'll tell you something that I know, beyond a shadow of a doubt," said Hyacinth, "and that is that we are leaving school." "Leaving?" said Ragged Robin. "Why?" "Because," said Hyacinth, "the people here obviously think that the only good school mouse is a dead school mouse. And they won't rest until they've killed us too. In another few days the Mousekins will be old enough to travel, and then we're off, all of us. Understood?" "Yes," said Robin. "No," said Flora. "What was that?" said Hyacinth. "No, Mother," said Flora. "I'm sorry, but I'm not coming. I've only had a half a year of school, and I've still got a great deal to learn." "I'll say you have," said Hyacinth sharply. "I told you once before, my girl, you think too highly of yourself. You just do as I tell you." "No, Mother," said Flora. Oh, she's going to be in trouble. Hyacinth turned on Robin. "Well," she said, "have you no control over your child?" Robin looked thoughtful. "No, Hyacinth," he said. "For the last time, Flora," said Hyacinth, "are you coming with us or not?" "No," said Flora. "All right," snapped Hyacinth. "On your own head be it. I now declare this meeting closed." And she disappeared into the hole in the baseboard. Before winter vacation ended, 2 things happened. First, the rodent operative paid a return visit to the school. And second, the staff room was once more free of mice. Hyacinth, Ragged Robin, and their 9 new mouseskins had immigrated. "I've been picking up dead mice everywhere," said the caretaker when he let the rodent operative in. "That stuff of yours did the trick all right." "They lapped it up, they did. It's all gone, barring 2 baits, one in the staff room and one in here, the kindergarten room. They weren't touched. Don't know why." Funny," said the rodent operative. "Well, we know why." He tipped the uneaten s'mores into an envelope. Then he caught sight of the hole in the wall above the teacher's desk. He put his nose in there to sniff. "Was there one in there?" said the caretaker. The rodent operative nodded. He opened the cupboard doors, and looking in, he saw the other entrances to Flora's hiding place. "Watch out inside here," he said, and he took from his pocket a long, thin gadget like a button hook and poked it hard into the hole in the wall. But when he pulled it out again, all it brought was a tangle of old nesting materials. Flora had moved up a grade. Ooh, she's in 1st grade now, you think? Maybe. Not until the caretaker had picked up the corpses, the dead animals, including that of poor sweet William, had Flora been able to force herself to enter the 1st grade classroom. But she was determined to continue her education, and she reasoned that it was time for her to move up in school. After all, she thought, I am older now. It was too much to hope that there would be another conveniently placed hole in the wall, and indeed there wasn't. But Flora was in luck nonetheless. Behind the teacher's desk was a long bookshelf, and like all mice, Flora could run up a sheer wall, if it was rough cast and not too high. And she got up on this shelf without much trouble. The books on it were loosely arranged, and, squeezing in between 2 of them, Flora found that the shelf was so deep that there was plenty of room behind. Room to spare for a school mouse keen to continue her studies. She would be able to run up and down behind the line of books and peek out wherever there was a space. Do you see her? Ooh, Aesop's Fables, Mother Goose Rhymes, math. Nice. I'll be better off than I was in kindergarten, she thought. I'll be able to look down on a number of the children's tables, as well as the teacher's desk. And there's a nice view of the blackboard. Flora waited anxiously for school to begin again. One day before it began, there was a staff meeting. "One final thing," said the headmistress to the kindergarten teacher and the 1st grade teacher and the part-timer who came in 2 days a week to take the 2nd graders, "that I know you'll be glad to hear. We're all animal lovers, I'm sure, but I'm happy to tell you that City Hall sent a man during vacation who has exterminated all the mice. There is not one mouse alive anywhere in this school. Not one." But there was. All right, I hope you enjoyed that story. I'll be back later to read another chapter.